fell, which included another primetime game in Baltimore, which he didn't love. Let's take a listen to Joe Burrow.
Playing in Baltimore for the fourth straight primetime year isn't ideal. Maybe we could get one of those in Cincinnati next year, please.
I like Joe Burrow. Last 3 games in Baltimore. Well, he lost by 1. And he threw for 428 yards at 4 touchdowns, no interceptions.
And you killed him after that.
Well, it's that 2-point conversion.
It's a 2-point conversion. Yeah, you were like a 2-point conversion.
Well,
Lamar
in 2023,
can get it, Joe can't.
He got hurt, remember. And then in 2022, lost by 2. Had 1 touchdown, 1 interception. So your reaction to this kind of sarcastic remark from him?
Yeah, look, I think Joe was trying to send a message to the league like, hey, what is the deal? We can't get a game at home that's primetime. And I would feel a little differently. Like, I thought it was maybe a prime Sunday spot, beyond Sunday night football, but one of the prime, like a 4 o'clock game. I get it a little bit. It's a Thursday night, or if it were a Monday night when everybody's watching the whole league, there's no other games going on. But still, so I understand kind of his frustration, but I just think even if you feel that way, you don't say it because it comes off as weak. And it can give your team just slightly an excuse or even put down in your mind that, you know what I mean? Like, we have an excuse to lose. Fact is, he's been bad against, not bad, but losing against the Ravens. He's 3-6 against the Ravens, lost the last 4 games against them. I think 5 of his last 6 against the Ravens. So whenever it's played, you got to be like, we're going to win that game. So I just think this shows a little weakness that could not be the best thing for the locker room.
Listen, you guys know how much I respect and like Joe Burrow and how great I think he is. I just don't understand why, just like we said during the midst of the Patriots' reign, why people didn't just take more pages out of their book.
I buy that.
The Chiefs, I understand the Chiefs lost the Super Bowl. I get it. But this period of dominance by them, and certainly dominance over the AFC, one of the trademarks of it has been, when are we playing? Where are we playing? Ready to go. Last year they played every day of the week but Wednesday or Tuesday, one of the two. They're now playing on all the holidays. And it is, while they might privately or inside their own walls grumble about it, the 3 games in 10 days they had at the end of the year, publicly it's like, what do we got to do?
Yeah.
And the fact of the matter is, and Joe Burrow, this is not his fault at all. He is the least culpable. But if the NFL wants Joe Burrow on standalone primetime games, and they can't be like, well, pencil him in for January in the playoff run. And so you might need to get the Bengals on early and often in the regular season because we don't know if they're going to be on in the postseason. And so, it just is what it is. You're going to play Baltimore twice every single year. As long as you're there and Lamar Jackson's there, some of those games, if not both of them, are going to be the marquee game or one of the marquee games of the week. I get nobody likes road Thursday games. Nobody does. I understand that. But it's also I don't think the NFL is targeting the Bengals. I don't think they're trying to give a gift to Baltimore. It's how this. Go ahead.
Well, I'll tell you what hit my radars, because my antennas went up. This one I was watching, boom! I had a quick moment reading this article. It reminded me of how the NBA right now is top 3: Luka, Joker, SGA. And if you're Giannis, you're like, am I kind of out of the mix right now? No one talking, Ant even. Yeah. Am I not the face of the league? I'm kind of out. So it's Joe Burrow complaining a little bit about this. It's just, it was an aside. He also talked about part of the reason I wanted to do quarterback, so he volunteered for that, was to grow the game internationally. He was also advocating for an international game. So outside of just, hey, maybe you don't think it's the bravest face to go
that
forward.
His star is taking a bit of a hit.
A little bit.
Yeah.
That he's not making the play. He was injured, and it was just if I'm healthy, I'm good. Well, last year you were healthy, and you sat and watched everybody else, and it feels like maybe some guys passed you, and maybe now it's just Mahomes, Allen, Lamar. Mahomes, Allen, Lamar, CJ. It's like, hey,
and don't forget Jalen.
And of course.
And Jaden.
Yeah, Jaden and Drake May.
I don't feel like it was that because.
But it registered.
Like, yeah, I mean, when it was interesting, and I think he's sincere. Like but that's Nick's point. I even feel that way with Anthony Edwards sometimes. Sometimes don't say you were confused. That they bothered me. They locked me up. I didn't know what to do.
4 guys there.
Right. Like, but I think he was sincere in that wanting to play overseas to grow the game. But look, and this is not even a diss. Trevor's over there every other week.
Oh, yeah.
So it's not like they're sending all the marquee quarterbacks over there instead of Joe. So I don't think he's looking at it like, oh, they think I'm not elite anymore.
But I agree with sports is very fair in this regard. And if you are in consecutive years not part of the postseason, you get pushed to a different burner on the stove. You just do. Like, this is oddly, now it's second day in a row, I'll bring it up, kind of the genesis of our Raphael Devers, Bobby Witt conversation. Yeah, but it was.
I got to get the tape of that debate. That must have been awesome.
But it's just, if you're, the NFL, I understand the ratings are, so much bigger than other sports and but there is still a football fan out there that during the regular season watches their team, and then, you know what I mean, whatever.
In the Monday night.
Right, in the Monday night or whatever it is, and then watches every playoff game. Mm-hmm. And for those people, they haven't seen Joe Burrow much the last couple years, and so, like, I buy that, because I do think that, for a long time I was arguing Burrow's better than Josh Allen, he's accomplished more than Josh Allen, all that stuff. Well, that's a harder case to make when he misses 2 playoffs in a row, when Lamar wins an MVP, when Josh wins an MVP, when they both make conference championship games, they both get to lose to the Chiefs in the Arrowhead Invitational.
Which I think is tricky for him, and then we got to go to break. When you could argue he had the best quarterback year of anyone. Yep. Like, I'm out here cooking him, and I'm...
Correct.
But again, you do, and I've said this, the reason they didn't make the playoffs, that poor start.
And the horrific defense all 18 weeks.
Yeah, absolutely, the defense. But you beat New England, which you should have beat.
Yeah.
You're going to make.
And that was New England when they were starting Broussard and more dangerous.